All right, we got reading. This is Magic Treehouse, A Good Night for Ghosts. Ooh, spooky, spooky. All right, we're going to crack this one open. A Good Night for Ghosts. We're going to read what they call the prologue in chapter 1 today. All right. All right, looks like there are 11 chapters. Yeah. All right, here we go. Okay, so here's the prologue. I'm gonna keep track of our reading with this prologue. One summer day in Frog Creek, Pennsylvania. I'll zoom in. A mysterious tree house appeared in the woods. A brother and sister named Jack and Annie soon learned that the tree house was magic. It could take them to any time and any place in history. They also learned that the treehouse belonged to Morgan Le Fay, a magical librarian from the legendary realm of Camelot. After Jack and Annie had traveled on many adventures for Morgan, Merlin the magician began sending them on Merlin missions in the treehouse. With help from two young sorcerers named Teddy and Kathleen, Jack and Annie visited 4 mythical places and found valuable objects to help save Camelot. On their next 4 Merlin missions, Jack and Annie once again traveled to real times and real places in history. After they proved to Merlin that they knew how to use magic wisely, he awarded them the Wand of Dianthus, a powerful magic wand that helped them make their own magic. With the help of the wand, Jack and Annie were able to find 4 secrets of happiness to help Merlin when he was in trouble. Now Merlin wants Jack and Annie to bring happiness to others by helping 4 creative people give their special gifts to the world. All right, this is chapter 1. Way down. What is that? Way down yonder? Is that a Y right there, you guys? What is that letter? Is that a Y? Way down yonder in New Orleans. Okay. Jack was asleep. He was dreaming that he was sleeping on a boat. It was rocking back and forth. Back and forth. Jack! Jack opened his eyes. He was just getting light outside. It was just getting light outside. Rain was tapping against the window. Tap, 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 tap. Window pane. Tappity, tap, tap. Jack closed his eyes again. Jack, get up! Jack opened one eye and looked up. Annie stood next to his bed. She was already dressed. All right. Annie's a morning person, right? She's an early riser. She was even wearing her raincoat. They're here, she whispered. No, they're not, Jack said. He closed his eye. Yes, they are, said Annie. It's a nice quote right there. We do quotes the other day. They're waiting for us. How do you know? Jack asked. I dreamed it, said Annie. Oh, you dreamed it? Jack turned over and pulled the covers over his head. Go back to bed. It's really early and it's raining. It's a compound sentence, you guys. It's really early, comma, and it's raining. Compound sentence. Here comes a quote. Come on, Jack, said Annie. I saw them. They were wearing their cloaks and looking out the treehouse window. Great, said Jack. I just dreamed I was sleeping on a boat. But my dream was real, Jack. Oh, that's Annie talking. But my dream was real, Jack, said Annie. Jack pretended to snore. Okay, said Annie. I guess you want me to go there all by myself. You want me to have a great adventure while you just lie here dreaming about sleeping? If that's really what you want, I'll leave you alone. All right. Good, said Jack. Have fun. Don't worry, I will, said Annie, and she left Jack's room. Jack lay still for a moment, listening to the rain fall outside. Darn, he thought, what if she's right? Jack heaved a sigh. Then he climbed out of bed. He pulled on his clothes and grabbed his backpack. He slipped down the stairs, put on his rain boots and raincoat, then headed out the front door. Annie was standing on the porch, waiting for him. Ready? She said. Jack just grunted, but as he and Annie took off into the cool, rainy dawn, he woke up completely. As they charged up the sidewalk, Jack's heart pounded with excitement. By the time they headed into the Frog Creek woods, Jack felt like he dreamed Annie's dream too. Raindrops tapped on tree branches. Jack and Annie scrunched over fallen red and gold leaves until they came to the tallest oak. Jack looked up. Ta-da! Said Annie. The treehouse was back, and Teddy and Kathleen were dressed in their dark cloaks, looking out the window. So there's Jack and Annie, and they got some new friends right there, looking out the window of the treehouse. Like, come on, guys, come on up. Ladder right. That's a long ladder, man. I'm not gonna climb that ladder. I would fall and hurt myself. All right, here we go. Good morning, called Kathleen. We dreamed about you, said Jack. At least Annie did. Teddy and Kathleen smiled, as if this news didn't surprise them at all. Annie and Jack stared up the rope ladder. When they climbed inside the treehouse, they hugged the two young enchanters. Welcome, said Kathleen. Her beautiful sea blue eyes sparkled. Do you have a new mission for us? Said Jack. Indeed, said Teddy, smiling. Just like last time. Merlin wants you to help a creative person bring his gifts to the world. And this will help you, said Kathleen. She pulled a book from her cloak. Great, said Jack. He took the book from Kathleen. The cover showed a street parade with musicians playing trumpets and trombones. The title was A History of New Orleans Music. New Orleans, said Annie. All right, just double check. We got 3 pages left, you guys. 3 to go. Yes, New Orleans, Louisiana, said Kathleen. You will love this city, said Teddy. Cool, said Annie. And here is your magic flute. Kathleen picked up a gleaming silver flute from the corner of the treehouse. It was the magic flute Jack had played on their adventure in Vienna, Austria. Only this time, Kathleen tossed the flute into the air. It hovered for a moment, then began to twirl around and around. There was a flash of blue light, and the flute was gone. Floating in its place was a shining brass instrument. Kathleen plucked the instrument from the air. This time you will play a magic trumpet, she said. Oh man, breathed Jack. That's incredible. Yes, said Annie. I've always wanted to play the trumpet. Kathleen laughed. Well, this is your chance, she said. The trumpet's magic will make you a brilliant performer. But the magic can only happen once. Tell your mind, Jack and Annie, just as on your last journey with the magic flute. Play the trumpet only when you face your greatest danger. And while one of us plays, the other has to make up a song, right? Said Annie. And whatever we sing will come true. Precisely, said Teddy. What danger will we face in New Orleans? Asked Jack. Perhaps none, said Teddy, but keep the magic trumpet with you, just in case. And remember, after you have played it, the magic will be gone, and it will become an ordinary trumpet. Got it, said Jack. He took a deep breath. Okay, said Annie. Ready? Wait, said Jack. Can you tell us what kind of creative genius we're looking for? We can do more than that, said Kathleen, with a smile. Try that line again. We can do more than that, said Kathleen with a smile. We can tell you his name. It is Louis. Lois. I said Lois. Lois will have an E on it. So that's Louis. It is Louis Armstrong. All right, last page. Louis Armstrong, repeated Jack. He knew that name. He is the king of jazz, said Teddy. The king of jazz? Said Annie. Cool. Yes, said Kathleen, but Louis Armstrong won't know that when you meet him. It is your job to put him on the right path, to give his gifts to the world, said Annie. Got it? Good, said Teddy. And now you should go. Right, said Jack. He pointed at the cover of the book. I wish we could go up there. Let me try that line again. I wish we could go there, he said. To New Orleans. To meet the king of jazz, said Annie. Good luck, said Teddy, as he and Kathleen waved goodbye. The wind started to blow. The treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was still. Absolutely still. Stay tuned tomorrow for Chapter 2, Money Blues. All right, I got a couple questions for you about Chapter 1. Go to it.